We spent a lot of time thinking about what those first couple of bans should be for every team, and J.Storm is in a tough position here in the second game of the series because they gotta try to ban out Secret's comfort picks. And that is, I mean, they end up going for only one little change. They ban out Morphling again and Enigma again. This time they also remove the Chen rather than the Keeper of the Light. Because Secret doesn't ban out the Chen this time. They leave it in the pool, so J.Storm has to. And the PA is still in, the Baden is still in. You know, all those heroes are still in. So J.Storm's changing it up. Leshrac and Earth Spirit.
Yeah, they go with something a little bit more aggressive this time around. That PA on the mid lane didn't work out too well for them, so they're going back to some other Braille heroes such as Lash. I believe they can play him on offlane too, but mid with Earth Spirit, there's a lot of kill potential versus the OD. But this Oracle, man, they don't go for a bad and they go for Oracle, but it's just as strong, it's just as good. It used to be one of the best combos. Oracle OD, Oracle Terrorblade, Oracle Dead Prophet. Those combos were always difficult to deal with.
Oracle is the hero that is most picked with 26 games under its belt and with a 69% win rate.
Hey,
doing pretty well there.
So before I wanted to say something, but I wanted to wait until they were drafting because you know
you don't want to give him suggestions. I get it.
Well, no, they all had their headsets off and they were talking, but whoo, J.Storm. I feel, how are they going to come back?
They need to...
They got all the heroes that they wanted last time, and that Outworld was such like a shock to the system. Now they get the Outworld again. They have to do a completely different strategy than what we've seen them win all their games with.
Nah, like that last game, honestly, yeah, the heroes were there, but it wasn't really the play style. They didn't have that super aggressive movements across the map. In that aspect, they're very similar to Chaos. If they manage to get these super aggressive movements, if they manage to get a hero such as Earth Spirit, I've seen them play Baraturm as well, I think, or Tusk with Leshrac, and they just try and dominate that mid lane with these heroes. You pop that Edict, and then you just dive the mid laner under the tower. And if anyone else comes, they die as well. Now, that's their style. I like it. These first two picks, they're back to their own strategy, I believe.
I get why you like it, but at the same time, you're gonna face a problem that you also faced in the first game. In the first game, there was a Tusk with a snowball that saved people. There was an Abaddon with shields and heals. There's an OD that can put people under. It's all great people and great heroes to save people. Now you got the ultimate save hero in the Oracle, and OD still there as well. If you're gonna kill people, you gotta find them when they're by themselves, and that seems to be a tough thing to do because Secret, they rarely make mistakes.
Yeah, and if you want to kill somebody, you have to do some mega burst damage before they can do anything. And look what Secret's bans are. Ursa, PA, Pango. These are Nyx, of course. These are heroes that just go in there and blow somebody up before Oracle can save them.
I'm not saying it's easy, but J.Storm this time around, their draft is already, in my opinion, looking much more solid. They have a lot of teamfight, a lot of tower push with that Edict. They have a lot of damage coming from all these heroes. Yeah, you said it right, they don't have burst as of right now, but perhaps they can get something a bit later in their last two picks. And this is looking more like J.Storm that was winning before. This draft looks much more similar to the drafts that they used before to win.
I like the Brewmaster a lot indeed. Lion coming out from Secret as well.
Yeah, Lion, if this is going to be some position for Lion, which most likely will be on Yapzor, a hero that does very well versus the Brew. You have the stun, you have the Hex, so
even draining mana.
Even draining mana, yeah, is decent, is good.
I don't know, it is good, and of course I'm not going to doubt Yapzor's ability to move around and make stuff happen with his line. It's exceptional. But we've always seen this Oracle be exceptionally strong with dual healers, you know, someone else that can go and put even more heal and sustain in the False Promise, because the thing about Oracle is, he is fantastic, but if they can just get their hands on him when the team fight starts, that means that they basically win the entire team.
They do have the save in the side of OD, so it is a little bit difficult for J.Storm to engage and blow one target up. As long as OD and Oracle are close, nearby each other, one can save the other, so they already have that combination of saves. But I have to admit that I agree with you that Lion, paired with Oracle, doesn't look like the best support, right? Even if Yapzor is godly on him. Usually you are looking for something that rolls in, something like an Earth Spirit, something like a Tusk, something that's tanky, you know, something in front.
We always see Secret basically threading that balance between too greedy and just greedy enough, and I feel like Lion is already very far into the not greedy enough type of thing as well. Maybe a little bit too...
It's Yapsor though, so
It's
he's gonna
Yapsor,
make
sure.
it greedy, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
we might be seeing an Ags Lion in this game, potentially. But,
Like-
yeah. Go ahead.
Like that task in that last game, I believe he had AC or something. Yeah, he has a 90 gold talent, but that's still...
Who's this hero?
Oh, hello there.
Crystal
little maiden.
Maiden. When's the last time we saw this girl?
I believe I actually saw them play it.
Yeah, so I think we've seen it once before, and I think it was in one of their matches that they had. Actually, I can look it up right now. Yeah, March played the CM against Liquid.
Wow.
They lost, but they did it.
Oh no! Well, there we see Juggernaut. This tempo carry that is making sure that they can't kind of snowball out of control. Pretty good against Leshrac too in that early game before anyone has that magic resistance. He's got that built-in spin.
Yeah. You have
That's
that
nice.
spin versus the Brew as well, and a lot of control with the Lion, so Jug Lion can definitely be a strong lane Jug, and Oracle is also fine as you have that root mechanic.
5 seconds.
What's up,
remaining.
Cheever?
Well, this is probably a Brile Leshrac. With the Crystal Maiden picked up now, it kind of cements in the CM and their Spirit as supports. And I think the games where J.Storm did best was when Brile was on tempo heroes, and I keep saying that because I feel like it's very important for J.Storm. The games where we saw them do well, they have this high tempo and they are crushing the laning stage and they're able to keep that ball rolling
That's
and finishing
Lesh, right?
the game out. Yes, but Lesh doesn't feel like he can do enough. He's not mobile. He has to rely on his teammates. Well, okay, his strategy is run in and let's see how many people he can damage before he dies. But that's kind of like, I don't feel like that's the Brile style.
That's true, but if you're into objective taking, you have the Lash with the Edict to take down towers, then you have Earth Spirits rolling from behind onto targets that try to defend, and also you have the Brew. If they do try and have a team fight, you have someone like a Brew to just use his split and deal with them. So overall, it's not your SF with Greaves, but he can go Greaves, he can go Atos. Like the hero is definitely all right. I've seen Brile do well on Lash.
Well, let's see here. Doom banned out. That makes perfect sense to me. Doom would be great against pretty much everybody on this team.
Doom is always, almost always great versus anyone. As long as you have that Doom, you pop it on someone, he's out of the game.
I don't know. New Omni Knight versus Doom.
Oh yeah, that was sick. The Heavenly Grace, that was...
So what is Zai gonna play? Something that Secret have been liking a lot is that that's Vengeful Spirit. What what kind of game does Vengeful Spirit like? Like when is the good time to pick Venge as an offlaner?
A Bat Rider game.
I'm not certain about maybe something that can frontline for them would be a little bit better this
Like that
time around.
Necro? Is that a frontliner? Or are you more thinking in
Somewhat.
the region of the Centaurs and the Tides and
I'm
stuff?
thinking about something like that a bit more. They can go for a Necro, but you have a lot of damage versus the Necro already.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden Lash.
This game Bounty Hunter is not banned.
Ooh.
I know it's not a frontliner, but I do want to put that out there.
Ooh. I mean, sometimes they literally just pick up bounty hunters in drafts where they think that they're strong enough that they just
That
want
they
money.
don't. That it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, they picked him yesterday or 2 days ago?
It was
Yesterday.
versus Infamous 2 days
2
ago.
days ago, and it worked out really well.
The
for them, so.
Monk.
That's
They go for
tie.
tie. Yeah, they go for
He
something
called it.
beefier, something tankier. Yeah, it makes sense because you can see these two supports. They are very squishy. They need to hide behind something, and that Tide is definitely
Tide's
a good
actually
option.
kind of crazy. I haven't seen too many pro players pulling him out recently, but man, his new buffs in the last patch, he is a hard hitter if you build him correctly.
Oh yeah.
He really
He
is.
will mess you up.
10 seconds remaining.
Poor Crystal Maiden.
You can see the Monkey King ban as well. That was really good.
remaining.
Ursa has been banned out too. So these two heroes that are really strong versus the Tide Hunter aren't gonna be in the game. OD is also decent, but he's on their side. So not too many heroes remain for J.Storm to pick to
Wait.
completely dominate the Tide on the lane.
Literally, how do they kill that Tide? If they just build some decent magic resistance, he's just a big boy.
They have 15 seconds remaining, and honestly, what is the solution to this Tide Hunter on offlane? It's gonna be hard for them. Let's see. Moo is smiling. He's ready.
It's a move.
Oh, hello.
Select your heroes.
Damn.
All right. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Lizard?
Yeah, I mean, you already have OD with Imprisonment versus Void, Chrono, you have Oracle versus Void, Chrono, you have Lion with a lot of control versus Void. I guess his lane might be alright, but overall the game looks a little bit scary for Void in my opinion.
But if he Chronos all 5 of them,
I mean, it's
he
gonna
might be
fucking
able to
work
kill
out.
one before Tidehunter ravages and kills the whole team.
No, Void is one of those heroes that you can never rule out. He gets one good chrono and he's fine. But this time around, I'm not going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with Secret.
With the head.
The head.
Yeah.
What about you, Slacks?
Dang, man, that Void looks like he's going to have a rough time. Sorry, cast or curse me. I'm going for Team Secret.
I'm going for Secret as well. Traditionally, though, when we all go for the same ones, we do jinx the team that we go for. But let's see if that jinx continues here in the second game of the series. Make sure you vote for your MVP while the game is going on. And for the game, we are heading over to Moxie and Gods.
All right, well, we got game number 2 coming out here, and I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about the draft coming out from J.Storm. What do you think?
As are the panel. We're gonna test just how strong that panel curse is. Because I agree, I think Secret's draft looks a bit more solid, and this last pick Void, man, this game looks tough for Moo. There's so many things to say people get Chrono, and there's also just not that much damage to put into his Chronosphere. Like, the Leshrek's pretty decent. Crystal Main, if you're positioned on the right spot with a freezing field on the very edge, but even that's going to be difficult. March is playing a 5-position CM, so it's not like you have an obvious synergy for the Void plus, Skywrath or whatever it may be. But we'll see how he fares. Chronosphere is this game very generally useful against heroes like Tide and Jug. If you can lock down a Jug during when he's trying to Blade Fury TP away. Tide, you can't crack and shell your way out of a Chronosphere. You're just stuck in there, but you've got to be able to kill him inside the Chronosphere, which is the hard part.
Yeah, I'm worried that, you can get this beautiful Chronosphere, but if you don't have the damage, and also you have to catch so many people in that big old bubble. So, if you're not careful, you're going to get Ravaged, you're going to get Astraled, you're going to get Hexed. There's just so many... Zai's having a great time, though, over here on his Tidehunter, but...
As I've learned from Slacks, that's the turtle spot. He's standing on top of the little turtle. I can't remember what Slacks calls it, but... Zai making new friends in the jungle. As we will see 3 bounty runes for Secret, it looks like, as J.Storm get a little bit hesitant about contesting the one up top. Fear's Earth Spirit has been
Woo! The remix!
Fear's Earth Spirit, he's been really good on this hero, though, so if there's somewhere for J.Storm to look to at least give you a really good start this game, it's definitely going to be Fear.
I'm worried also that once they get BKBs on the side of Secret, it's just... There we go. All right. Turtle spot.
The turtle cam.
Yeah. Look at him go.
He's right on top of the turtle. Here early on, just wanting to trade hits. It is going to be an offensive tri-lane. So 3v3 in the top lane, giving Tide and Brewmaster a 1v1 lane.
I just love Oracle, too. I feel like, again, a lot of this comes down to who's got the sustain, who's got some tanky heroes, who's going to be able to heal people up, keep them alive, and that's something that Secret consistently has been able to do, whether they pick up the Abaddon or, in this case, the Oracle. What's the win rate on this hero right now? It's like 70-something%, I thought.
It was sitting around 70 with a lot of games played.
Yeah.
It dropped down to like 68 or something, but it is one of basically the most successful hero of the tournament, if you look at like just the volume of games played and its win rate. But Secret should do just fine. Like, this offensive tri-lane is not the strongest. Void is not really a tri-lane specialist, whereas Jug, Blade Fury, that does a lot of damage. If you can chase people down with the Fortune's End or an Impale, it's not great against the Void. Void can generally, time walk away from you and also heal up the damage from the Blade Fury, but these supports on the J.Storm side have to play very carefully up top.
Yeah, if March missteps at all, like Crystal Main, we joke about her being super squishy, super tasty as, food early on, but just one bad position in that top lane and she is completely just dead.
And bottom lane, Tide's going to have a field day. He's playing against a Brewmaster in a 1v1. He saved some of his starting gold so we could figure out what his lane was before he itemized. So he's got this fast Quelling Blade. He's saving up money. We can see some very early item pickups into the Boots Wand. He should have a great time in this 1v1.
Top lane, we talked about watching out for positioning. Moo will be able to go walk himself out. There's going to be the roll back in now that Nisha doesn't have that spin. They might be able to turn this into first blood. Does have that healing ward. They have to go and find it. It's still hiding in the trees, but eventually Moo finds the kill.
Yeah, a little bit surprising Secret go for the kill in the Void. Unless they know Time Walk's on cooldown, they shouldn't be trying to kill him, and Moo shows just why Void is a good laner against the Jug there, and that's something Secret have to respect, that you can't go on the Void. Wait for the Crystal Maiden or the Earth Spirit to be out of position to go for these kills.
There's the Crystal Maiden. March in for some trouble, throws down the Crystal Nova. Nisha slowly but surely chases after her, and Puppey finds the kill.
No. That's the easy CM kill that they should be going for. It's, of course, easier said than done because CM is going to position behind the Void. The whole idea of this offensive trial is Void's in the front line, so if you want to go on someone, you're going to have to go on the Void or run past the Void, and he's going to be right-clicking you as you run past him.
Just consistently putting up pressure here. Again, I'm very surprised that they're able to get that first blood off of Nisha.
Yeah, that shouldn't really happen, but it's not going to completely destroy this lane. You can see Secret with a gold lead despite it all.
A little bit of miscommunication
They know
over
the
here.
Time Walk's on cooldown.
Yeah, Crystal Maiden, although taking that Fortune's End moves, got his eyes on Puppey as Fear helps him out, chases him down. One more hit. Oh, nice Earth Spike buys a little bit more time. They will find a kill, but it's looking like Moo in for some trouble here. He's getting healed up by that Oracle Purifying Flames. Nisha, he's still hunting, but are they going to be able to turn this around? Nisha making his way down here by March, and it looks like you still got Yaps are looking for Moo. One more hit should be able to do the trick. Can they find it? Yeah, March will go and collect himself up. Nisha and Puppey will find the kill on Moo. So both of them losing their position ones in this top lane.
Yeah, bit of a crazy, hectic lane as far as the action going down there. Importantly, J.Storm lose their Crystal Maiden before, and CM can TP back in the lane and bring a Wraith Band for the Void. So this Void is suddenly so much scarier in lane. He has Stout Shield, Magic Stick with an extra Wraith Band, just giving him a nice bit of extra damage, attack speed to chase down some of those kills, but Secret themselves, again, playing a little bit too aggressive on the Void. Bottom lane, though, as well as mid lane. The two 1v1 lanes, Secret are handily winning, and that's where, even though this top trialing is not going as well as they'd perhaps hoped for, the 1v1s are.
I'm just seeing a lot of trading going on the bottom lane. It's very difficult for Forev to stay there. Has to get regen for himself against this Tidehunter. But we do see, Secret forced to, did find Fear over here. We'll slow him down a little bit. Throws out the stone.
Yeah, Bounty Rune's coming up.
They want to contest this. I'm not sure. Fear was thinking about going in. Does manage to grab it and just going to roll on out and collect the other.
Gets away from the stun. So yeah, they get both there, as it looks like Forev gets at least one Bounty Rune down bottom. So picks up a bottle on his Brewmaster, knowing that, you're playing this 1v1, you can kind of get the full bottle refill with the Bounty Rune to sustain yourself, but CSYC is still losing out against Zai.
I mean, how do you deal with this big tanky watermelon? It's dishing out that damage with the Anchor Smash,
Yeah,
too.
at this point, you just don't. You accept he's farming, and you say, well, we're going to give Tide free farm to get Brewmaster a fast level 6, and then we hope that what Brewmaster brings to the table is going to be scarier than Tide. An early rotation was Primal Split. We may see Brewmaster go top, go mid, or potentially even heroes come to his lane to try and get the Tide.
Nisha, they've got their eyes on the Crystal Maiden. Again, fall with the Earth Spike. There's going to be the roll forward, though, coming out from Fear. Buys March a little bit time, but still Puppey finding the kill. Puppey now also in for some troubles, trying to run himself over near that healing ward as Nisha runs forward. They get a nice bash off here. Puppey actually going to live to fight another day. They'll turn their attention to Fear. Fear trying to get himself through with his creep wave, trying to find an opening, but Nisha going to have too much damage. Moo jumping back in is going to have to time walk away.
That's the second healing ward Moo's killed as well. Those things give a decent chunk of gold. But with that said, it's Secret again who come out on top. A 2k gold lead. We're just 6 minutes in, and it's been a very, very action-packed, bloody top lane that Secret is starting to get the edge in. The Oracle, level 3 already. That level 2 Purifying Flames does so much damage when used offensively.
The roll in on mid 1 is going to get slowed down just a little bit. Bryle's dishing out that damage, but TPs are coming out. Yapster, will they be able to find March over here? Also the Oracle, Crystal Nova, and it looks like Bryle not going to be able to survive this mid lane.
Secret is playing very polished in these 1v1 lanes, even if top lane has been kind of chaotic for them. They are looking really solid here. Tide has skilled and used Ravage. Did he solo kill down bottom? He did, yeah. Brewmaster died. While all that action and craziness was going on, Zai managed to find a 1v1 solo kill, so very one-sided bottom lane as well.
It's like you're saying, you know, you're hoping that your 6 is going to be better than their 6. But with Zai farming, and also keep in mind, you know, Void, it's going to take a while before it has that damage online. So
Brewmaster's rotated in mid.
Okay, Split coming out, mid 1, gets stunned up, they'll follow up with the stone, and they'll find the kill on the OD. Now Yapsor is gonna get thrown into the Cyclone. Roll coming forward from Fear will time it perfectly as they just slowly but surely chip away at Yapsor, who's trying to get behind this tier 2. Does manage the stun up, but doesn't matter. Forev is here, and he will clean house.
Tower last hits, these mean a lot of gold here, and it will be Forev getting the last hit.
Nice. Oh, Oracle Puppy hiding into the trees. There's a lot of heroes here. He's gonna melt. Forev gets a double kill now.
J.Storm bouncing back. And you mentioned, yeah, the level 6s of the two offlaners, Forev and Zai. Zai uses his to get the solo kill, which is fantastic. Like, that's a great kill to get in a 1v1 matchup, but the downside is Forev immediately rotates to the mid lane with his level 6. Moo in some trouble here.
He doesn't have that. Nope. It's going to be the end of Moo.
Nope.
Manages to get another healing ward, but doesn't matter.
Yeah. I love what Forev does, though. Like, even though he doesn't get phased by the fact he's being solo killed and go back to lane to farm, he immediately goes mid and knows that, well, Tide can follow me mid, but he's not going to have Ravage. I have Primal Split. We're going to get several kills, and they're more important kills because, well, for one thing, you're getting several, but you're also getting a tier 1 tower. When Zai uses the ulti to solo kill down bottom, he's not following it up by actually taking the tier 1 tower. Forev's tower is still sitting on almost full health here.
Do have Ravage up and running on Zai, so maybe we'll see him use that with the rest of his team instead of going for the solo kill. And it's a very good point, you know, every time that you get one of these nice team fights, you want to be able to take an objective. Bryle might be in for a little bit of trouble here. He's gonna try to chase down Zai, but the TP comes out, he lands that Split Earth. Actually, Zai has to use that Ravage to run himself away, and there's gonna be the roll coming from Fear, doesn't quite connect as Zai tries to make his way out, and he does have some backup in form of mid 1. Throws out the Astral. Are they gonna keep chasing on this? No, looks like they'll back off.
Luckily for Zai, Fear was just a tiny bit off the mark. Had to kind of guess his movement a little bit in the trees and didn't land a rolling boulder.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But that is Ravage on cooldown for now, so J.Storm possibly could look to punish this.
Yep. See, we're going to have that Brewmaster Primal Split back up in right now, and with that, they can focus another tier 1 tower. This is something they've not been very good at. Fortunately for them, they're giving up kills elsewhere on the map.
No, March actually backs off because realizes, okay, I haven't seen Void in a while. I don't want to dive too far. Doesn't quite have that 6. Now Zai, Split's gonna get used, as is the Split Earth, and he's trying to get himself, is he gonna get the denial off? Oh no, not quite, Bryle. Able to take him out.
Thought that Prowler's smash was gonna finish him off.
Oh, I hate Prowlers.
Yeah, that Desecrate does so much damage from them when they get that little stompy thing off, but luckily they kill him just before it comes out.
Of course, the one time that you want them to do that too.
Yeah, normally they use it right away. Like, you're just walking past and they'll randomly root you and just do this absurd amount of damage, but nope, Zai just couldn't get them to take the bait, and
they're clearly biased. Clearly biased.
NA biased. The right kind of bias, say J.Storm, but Secret still small gold lead in their favor. They've completed Midas now on the OD, so happy to play a little bit greedy with mid 1. I mean, he goes for this Midas, but last game we saw him followed up for the Guardian Greave, so it's a greedier start, but it turns very quickly into an item to benefit the team.
Oh yeah, it turned around one of the fights up in the first game in the Dire jungle, being able to just pop that mech early on, elongate the fight, and clean up, so definite value in that.
Primal Split down now. I think Secret are feeling like they can do some damage. They're trying to bully as much as possible down bottom, as J.Storm prioritize another tier 1 tower. Moo with Chronosphere up. Not really a lane that Secret want to go to.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That is one thing that J.Storm's being very good about, is they're consistently trying to take these objectives, especially if they know that some of these bigger ultimates are on cooldown. Forev needing to be a little careful. Puppy will be able to get Purifying Flames off, follow up with that Purge.
And mid 1 just using Astral off cooldown to harass the Brewmaster as much as possible. But next Ravage is online. Nisha, top has to be careful, needs to respect the potential Chronosphere, and And gets a little bit antsy and just throws a Blade Fury, perhaps anticipating a Chronosphere there. But it wasn't to
Radiant's
come.
bottom tower is under attack.
I think it's a lot scarier too once Crystal Maiden does actually hit the 6 and opts to grab the ultimate, because they could use a little bit more damage in that Chronosphere. I'm not sure if they quite have enough with just Void himself at this time.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get this fast level 6. If you don't have a partner with you, you're going to struggle to find kills. But Leshrac, one of the best at this stage. A lot of nuke damage, and most importantly, a follow-up stun. The Chrono can turn into a split earth as the Chrono's about to wear off, so it turns into a very long lockdown on a hero like a Juggernaut. But here's the level 6 on Lion. Secret want to find a kill with that Finger of Death.
And they have the Ravage back up and running, so it looks like they're going to force side of J.Storm back here.
The net worth of Secret's heroes is a little bit concerning for J.Storm, though. 3 top net worth heroes all on their side. Tide and OD convincingly ahead of the pack. Jug having a bit of a rough time, but still sitting on plenty of farm.
Oh, roll in over here onto Zai. Moo coming forward. They've got the Nova coming out from Brile. They're looking for it. Thinking maybe they can force out the Ravage. Frostbite comes out, but Zai, he's too smart. He's too calm collected. He's not going to let them have it, but he will get taken down.
Yeah, totally on his own there, but Secret, they don't even panic. Everyone just walks the opposite direction of J.Storm. They seem to have an understanding that they don't want to team fight into J.Storm right now. Chronosphere plus Primal Split, pretty difficult to take a fight against, particularly with Oracle just level 5. So they haven't got that False Promise save for the Chronosphere. OD sitting on a Midas, so until they have a mech, maybe or maybe even a Greaves, they don't really want to take team fights because they've gone for this greedier approach.
It does look like, we've got some nice wards over in the side of the Dire jungle, just very defensively. So they can keep tabs on wherever J.Storm is. And you see, taking up some residency on the other side of the map because they don't want to fight into it, as said.
And yep, so still with Finger of Death, you generally want to be as proactive about using this spell as possible. But unfortunately, he hasn't really got any good teammates to go around looking to gank with. Tide, yeah, you've got Ravage, but you're not ready to team fight because OD's farming with Midas, Jug wants to keep on farming, so the end result is that Secret's kind of playing a bit of a slower game for at least the next minute or so, it seems. They're going to want to play kind of more reactionary, and if J.Storm overextend, yeah, they'll TP in and try and take a fight, but until that happens, they're just going to play more of the farming game.
That's indeed what we're seeing Zai do right now. Scrap himself up that double damage. Seen a lot of double damages in the last couple games. And he does hit pretty hard. All right.
Both sides with a Midas apiece on their team. And Zai with the Blink Rush. So that's going to be Secret's timing, it looks like. Get this Blink Dagger and then use the Tide as your key initiator. Something that you can't really rely on Lion for anymore until he gets like an initiating item of his own. You don't want Lion to start a fight. If he runs in forward, he's one of your squishiest heroes, so you can't treat Lion as an initiator. Whereas Tide, if he blinks in, great. He's the hero you want spells being thrown on.
Yeah, if a Lion jumps in, he just gets blown up way too fast. So definitely going to be relying on it. But Blink Dagger is picked up now on Tide, so can maybe see a smoke coming out from the side of Secret, and that's exactly what they plan to do.
They would love a Void kill maybe, if you can blink Ravage on top of the Void and follow it up with a Finger of Death. That's the ideal way to start a fight. Either him, Lesh, any of the cores really. Brewmaster no split is also great.
All right, there's the Ravage. They'll follow up with Purifying Flames. Finally, a Finger coming out from Yapsor, and they go and drop the Sandy's Eclipse on Forev as he's just obliterated. Moo having to TP out.
Surprise.
I'm a little surprised because I know the OD was bottom, and it felt like March was waiting there to try to possibly get the Frostbite off, cancel the TP, but didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm
not sure what happened there.
Guess he maybe just didn't know the TP was happening. Either way, Secret just, they were so ready for that fight. Even if they stop the OD TPing, I think they get both those kills without the OD. The Finger of Death was used on the Leshrac, which was maybe overkill, but Brewmaster still died because of the Lion Hex. But now it's J.Storm time. They're so much stronger now that Ravage Sanities are down. They want to take a team fight.
Yeah, mid one, though, coming forward. We'll be able to use the Astral, push them back. Cinderbrew gets thrown over on the ground. Roll forward. They're looking to see if they can possibly catch mid one. The slow comes out. They go and they use the Chronosphere, but the False Promise is out. They need to heal him up. March putting out a ton of damage, as is Brile on that Leshrac. I think he's just going to pop no matter what here. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay, maybe they had enough damage. All right.
That's a lot of hate.
Just a few spells.
Just a couple. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, just a few.
They were probably way past the threshold of killing him. They're not done, though.
Oh, no. It looks like Zai in for some trouble. He's sandwiched between 3 different heroes. He's going to get rooted up with that frostbite. And there's so much damage coming out from Leshreck, although he looks like he's going to have to go Yules himself up into the air as the Omni Slash comes out from the Jug. Doesn't quite finish him up just yet, but they will be able to find the Purifying Flames, take him out. Bryle's now not a factor in this fight. Mana Drain comes out from YapzOr. They'll get the root off. March going to get taken out as well. Fear is just forced to retreat. They do have the blink up and running on Tidehunter, but looks like they'll just back away from this engagement.
Puppey making some clutch saves there. He keeps the Tide alive with a Fate's Edict to stop some of that magic damage, and then the physical damage being negated on the Void because of the Anchor Smash, making it very hard for J.Storm to secure that kill. And they threw so much on the Tide, and when he survives there, they're just overcommitted. And that's where the Leshreck pays the price. And the Leshreck is the primary way they've been able to kill Zai repeatedly is because of all the magic damage he brings to the table. So once Lesh is dead, Tide is just like, okay, yeah, I'm on 10% health, but you actually can't kill that last 10% of my health.
Dire are scanning.
Secret, despite having no ultimates and fighting into the Primal Split Chronosphere,
March.
get a bit of an even trade.
Yeah, look at YapzOr and Zai. They found themselves a Crystal Maiden and a Disco Pony as well, but there's the Atos that just got picked up on Fear. He's hoping to maybe follow up. Nice Ravage, though, coming out from Zai. Buys them a little bit more time where they're not going to be active in that Chronosphere. The spin comes out from Moo. YapzOr, Puppey trying to run back, actually has to use the False Promise on himself. Finger gets used, and they'll be able to take down March. YapzOr will fall. Bryo now can't run himself out fast enough, it feels. They'll turn around, get the tower, and get themselves the Leshreck. Rest of the side of J.Storm, they don't have Chronosphere. They don't have the damage now. That's the big problem that we talked about. Fear is going to get found by Zai. He's going to keep rolling on out.
And that Chronosphere may have caught Secret by surprise. It caught me by surprise, but there was an Arcane Rune on Moo last time they took a team fight. So that Chronosphere came up very, very quickly. But despite having it, they just, didn't have the damage, didn't have the follow-up, and Secret able to sustain through it and use all of these saves of theirs to just keep themselves alive.
Yeah, look at this over here. They start following March.
Yeah.
But
this Tide is just not afraid of anything. He's just going blinking in any fight he wants.
Here's the slide on in. And it was a good chrono, but the Ravage.
Yeah. They were ready for it, and the Brewmaster doesn't have split just yet. It comes up towards the end of this fight, but unfortunately, without that split, it's just not a fight J.Storm can take.
They were so close to taking down the Void, too, with that finger. Did you see that slither of health that was just left? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that would have been a real disaster for J.Storm if they lost their carry at this point. It already is looking very grim for them. We're just 20 minutes in, but a 6k gold lead against Team Secret is very tough for them to come back from, particularly because of the nature of their draft and how hard it is going to be for Void to actually get kills in these fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, so gonna see that mech get worked on for the Tidehunter. I mean, last time we saw that mid one was the one who was picking up more of sort of the support utility items. But of course, when you have a Tidehunter, it's definitely better on him. So the Sheepstick next on the list here.
Yeah, last game it was the Zai Parker hero that doesn't really build team items. So this time around, mid one gets to have some fun and get the flashier items. And Sheepstick, one of those fantastic items, particularly against a hero like Void or Brewmaster. You want to go on these heroes, stop them getting off a key spell that allows them to live, the Time Warp for Void, the Primal Split for the Brewmaster, or even just a Drunken Brawler. So more lockdown, going to help Secret out a lot.
That's too bad during that last fight they weren't able to get the split off. Of course, the Brewmaster getting caught in the Chronosphere made for some big problems, because I think also, not only was it caught in the Chronosphere, but immediately after it was finished, you saw YapzOr throwing out that Earth Spike just to slow him down even further.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower is
very
under
important to have that crowd control. The damage too, though, again, it's all coming down to Bryle for the most part here. I'm just kind of playing with Puppey for a couple seconds. Nisha might be able to find something else. There's gonna be just Brewmaster. Brewmaster's totally fine with tanking this. He's a big boy, but
yeah, I don't know if Nisha quite realized how many heroes were there when he went for that.
Nice disjoint of that Atos. What an item.
Someone's figured out the answer. Just don't get hit by Atos.
Easy. It's got that long, cast time, whereas it soars on over.
Yep.
Let's have quick fingers. Okay, Chronosphere gets used on YapzOr.
That's definitely a kill, but let's Chrono down. Kind of suggests how J.Storm feels about this game is that they don't want a team fight. If you're seeing Chronos used for a support kill,
The sheep stick just got picked up from mid one, and we see it too
He wasn't ready
immediately.
for
There
it.
is not going to be a split coming out from this Brewmaster. He's just out of there. Double kill coming out from mid one, and they're just going to keep chasing them down the spin over here as the Astral comes out. Bryle, he needs to stay alive, but I doubt he's going to get away from this right now because there's just too many heroes. Can he get the denial off in time? No, mid one triple kill.
They shouldn't want a team fight. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't think J.Storm wanted to team fight there, but they chose to blink him with Primal Split. Even if that Hex isn't there, I don't see that fight going well for them after they just used a Chronosphere mid lane. You know, your Void isn't going to be coming to that fight. Trying to engage at bottom seemed a bit questionable, given that they, you know, don't have your Void, don't have Chronosphere. You should just be looking to reset, farm the map, wait for the next Chronosphere, and then look for your next pickoff. But Team Secret able to easily punish that one, and
Easy Roche, they know that the Chronosphere is down. They know that Bryle's still down for another 8 seconds. Although they're not the fastest at taking.
yeah, they're not the fastest. They don't have Ravage. There is a Primal Split, so we'll see what J.Storm can do about this one. They need to make sure they get Primal Split off.
They don't have the vision over there, Moo. Hiding out on the side. They will just blow up Fear. Oh, it's actually going to be Roche who gets that kill. And there's
Great
gonna
freezing
be
field.
Freezing field coming out from this Crystal Maiden as they're trying to just make as much chaos as possible. Moo having to run out again. Nisha just chipping away over here at Forev. We'll run the Earth Panda out. It's about a little bit under half health now.
Yeah, do they chase? Does look like J.Storm are actually going to linger around wanting to contest or go for a steal.
Just keep using that Crystal Nova for the vision. Cinderbrew gets dropped, hoping.
Zai's just going to go blinking in and scout out what's going on. And
What can they hope to do to Zai? He's such a tanky hero, and they just don't have as much damage. All right, False Promise gets used onto the Oracle. Move just blown up. There is no contest here for this Roche. Forev's got to get out of there in a hurry. Does not have the split. Is going to tank that Omni Slash, and right back in the Roche pit. Easy peasy.
Yeah, Nisha's scary now. With the Manta and Diffusal, he's able to burn through the mana pool of some of these heroes like Void so fast. And Void is a hero that will have mana problems in teamfight. He wants to get those time walks off, and if you get hit by this, suddenly you've got no chrono. So it's quite difficult to play against these Manta Diffusal heroes as a Void. PL the worst, but Jug can be pretty bad as well. And we see it there where he gets hit by one stun, and suddenly he's gone on, has no mana left. And Roshan secured. J.Storm, once they mistime the initial engagement, like Fear going in there, you can't really fault him. They have no vision. Somebody has to make a play if you want to contest Roshan. It's Fear, but they completely mistime it. Once Fear dies, they probably should have just let Roshan go. But the end result is so much worse now because they stuck around to contest it.
It's going to be 2 towers falling on the side of J.Storm. Secret just going to go regroup in the top, push that tier 2. What can they hope to do?
Yeah, J.Storm probably just going to play the other side of the map and then look to defend high ground. They can't really fight into Team Secret too easily. Not that there's this Aegis now. And Eurospirit's just split pushing bottom lane. Void's farming down bottom as well. Leshrek's trying to push out mid. They have no interest in fighting Secret unless they have to defend their racks, which is exactly what they're going to have to do.
They did just pick up the BKB, though, over on Bryle. So Shrek going to be a little bit more difficult to take down this time, but I don't think I think they still did too much damage despite that BKB.
Yeah. And Secret recognizing, okay, we forced J.Storm back. They were trying to be greedy and farm mid and bottom while we push top. You keep them honest. You know, you say, we're going to go for your high ground. If you don't TP, you force those TPs, and then you back yourselves, farm the map, get your next items. Secret out interrupts. This Aegis is going to last another 3 or 4 minutes, so they can go for this push or team fight later on. Once, you know, Finger of Death comes back up, Omni Slash comes back up, they're close to OD's BKB. There's some key items on Secret that they want to wait for.
All right,
they've
well.
got the save. Oh, no, he walks into it, but gets hexed.
Yep. Oh, Moo is in so much trouble. The Hex, the stun, the burst. The dead.
As Mid-1 accidentally walks on the Chronos here, but gets the Hex off, so job done to save Yapsol there. Doesn't even need to use the defensive Astro. If he used that, they may have not had the follow-up Hex from the Lion, so.
That's huge, though. That's the Chronosphere down. They have an Aegis. They've got to be... And Zai, keep in mind, Zai just picked up Guardian Greaves, and they just don't have enough damage, it feels, to take down a lot of these heroes fast enough. So that aura coming off from the Guardian Greaves is just going to be so good.
Everyone on Secret is super tanky, and then even if you're trying to burst down one,
March.
Oracle can save you, and no one can save March.
No, Oracle can also murder March.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Oracle is always talked about for the defensive saving potential, but the offensive kill power is also there, especially during the early stages of the game. Snipes the healing ward.
I don't know what Forev was hoping really to do here, though, because he's going to lose his life here.
He doesn't have buyback. I think he knows, like, if you want to defend Rexy, you need to snipe that healing ward, but that's not the outcome he was hoping for.
Bryle's trying to do some split pushing in the top lane. Already you're seeing the TPs go back, but Nisha's just cutting through everything now. The BKB coming out from Bryle, though, does buy him a little bit more time, so he will be able to go home. But they're losing buildings here very quickly. Moves back up and running. Does not have that Chronosphere just yet. The spin coming out from Nisha. Again, keep in mind, he's got the Aegis. The root is going to land over on the Leshrek and Faceless Void. Will Manta out, hopefully trying to get a couple nice bounces. That's a beautiful Ravage coming up from Zai. They'll be able to clean up 2 heroes. Can they get March too? March is very slow, especially with the Diffuser. That's a triple kill. Faceless Void having to buy back right now, but I don't know what he's going to hope to do here. Fear hoping to maybe get a pick off on Puppey. He knows that he's the one who's getting all that sustain off, but not going to be able to do it. They'll just heal right back up, take down Fear. And Nisha's godlike. He's chasing after Bryle. He wants this pony so bad. We'll be able to go use that sheepstick. Drops the sanity, and the gush coming out from Zai will take him down.
Can he get the rampage this time once again?
Yeah, right?
Last game he got denied it, and this game it looks like he won't get it either. He gets another ultra kill, back-to-back games. They'll get the bottom racks, and Secret are just overrunning J.Storm's base.
They just want to keep him humble, guys, you know?
They're like, Nisha, you got to stay hungry. You're not giving you any rampages today. You're going to earn that in your next series.
It's looking like they're going to go to a next series for sure.
A team that probably didn't expect to find themselves in the lower bracket, but here we go.
All right, we got the freezing field coming out from March, but Nisha just slowly but surely chips him down. BKB is going to get popped from mid-1. They'll be able to take down Crystal Maiden, move, running himself out, and the GG gets called. Secrets going on in this tournament right now.
Yeah. Zai talked about it in the video we saw at the start of the day. They learned a lot from their loss. It really helped them understand some of maybe their weaknesses. If Secret, for whatever weaknesses Secret has, they lost that very tight series to Vici Gaming in the upper bracket. But here they are, convincing back-to-back results here. From 1-2-0 to the next, Team Secret in this lower bracket look like a force to be reckoned with.
For sure, for sure. I know that Team Secret has been consistently, you know, when you talk about who do you think is going to take this major, they are definitely one of the top contenders. Did have a little faith shaken when they did lose that one series, but, you know, they're back, they've reevaluated, and that's one of the most important things for a team, is to be able to look back on your mistakes, identify, you know, what the issues were, and they've been incredible since then. I mean, I've been a big fan of, like, watching Zai, right? He was very elusive on the puck, very tanky, and it had some beautiful ravages this game for sure. And then even, like, you think back to the Bounty Hunter game where he just ran amok, so, you know?
Yeah, the Team Secret synergy is on point. This team looks scary, and really hats off to J.Storm. This team just finished top 8 in a major. I think they surpassed a lot of people's expectations. They played really great Dota throughout, even if they didn't really, you know, put forward their best foot here against Team Secret, but that's Team Secret. Secret makes a lot of amazing teams just look worse than they actually are.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, you know, there's no shame in losing a series off to Team Secret, one of the best teams out there. So some really nice play, some good drafts coming out from J.Storm that surprised us a bit, but in the end, it is going to be Team Secret that go forward. So GG well played going out to J.Storm. What do you guys think over there on the panel? Do you think that, is there any shame to losing to Team Secret here?
I don't think so. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. It's unfortunate that they meet here, right? They could have met maybe later on, but unfortunately, Secret already got knocked down early, so they seem to be making a lot of victims on their way to the top. Thank you for that commentary.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye. Whew, all right. Where do you want to start with this one? Lizard, Slacks? First of all, Curse is broken. We all thought Secret was going to win, and they did. I want to go back to the Void last pick and question it a little bit.
Go ahead, Cheever.
Question it.
Question it right in front
I
of
will
them.
question it right here. Last pick is always a pick where you want to, gotcha pick to counter all the other heroes. But there was already an OD and an Oracle in the first two, which are saving heroes. And if there's anything you don't want to play against when you're going for those Chronospheres, is heroes that can save others. And there were 2 of those, so that was step 1. And then there's also a healing ward. But what did you think was the make or break this game, Lizard?
There's also the Lion. It's not only the saves that are very good against the Chronosphere, there's also the Lion that made Moo miserable on that Void. Like, he couldn't do absolutely anything. Every time he steps outside of his boundaries, he gets punished for it, and the Upsor is always there to embrace him into the Impale, into the Hex, and into his death. So
And you know who drafted all those, those
way.
heroes? Way.
No way.
Way.
For real?
Right?
For real. Let's welcome in Puppy.
Oh! Poppers, poppers, poppers. Welcome back. Poppers. Woo!
Hello, sir.
Ah,
You can take a seat on the couch. Congratulations,
Thank you.
first of all. What did you guys think about the Void that was last picked by J.Storm in the second game of the series?
don't shit talk him.
No flame.
No flame.
I think Void is a really good hero against Juggernaut.
Okay.
Can negate the spin damage completely. Therefore, I think they just answered the carry with the carry. Not sure when I picked Jugger, fourth pick basically. So they had no time to react with any other heroes. So that's what first pick does to you. You have to actually react to two heroes at the same time.
Yeah.
When you have the complete last pick. So I don't know. I think they did well, but at the end of the day, I think Leshrac Core will not win that game. Just straight up will not win the game.
And it was Leshrac that was, quote unquote, the problem, or at least the hero.
I think so. And they picked it, and we played around it, and there's no way. There's no way. You're going to get blown up by Oracle Line. We deal like 1,500 HP, so you need BKB, but before BKB, it's very hard. Because, to be honest, in that game, the only mistake we really did was get screwed mid lane really hard.
I have two questions. Well, three. Don't you kind of feel like we're starting to look like brothers a little bit?
I know, right? It's weird.
It's cool. All right. Question number one. Did you want them to pick... Did you want them to pick Lifestealer in game one?
We are very confident on playing against Lifestealer. We already played against Gambit, best of 5 in Katowice, and there it was a game of Lifestealer. Lifestealer was way more buffed, way more stronger, and it was countering the two heroes that were in the meta, which were Leshrac and Viper, just popped out in that tournament. So we're confident against Lifestealer, but at the same time, I think after we showed them the cards, I was not going to let them have it again. Because let's play another game now.
Question two. Any words to say to all those teams that keep stealing your brilliant drafts? Everyone's trying to do this support Abaddon. It ain't working for them. They're trying to have PA. Nobody's winning with it except for you guys. They're copycats, and they're failing, Puppy.
Who's copycatting PA and losing?
Everybody.
PA has a 29% win rate so far.
Not LGD.
Not LGD.
Not LGD.
I think LGD and you guys are the only ones winning on the hero.
Well, the hero is very weird. Because a lot of the times you need a laning stage is good, but hero might not be good at laning stage. He just feeds magic stick charges to your, to the enemy, and then basically falls off to nuke damage, and then just gotta have a burden in your team. But you really need to make the whole lineup about PA. Like, you need to be able to make space for him and stuff. It's like an anti-mage, just a hidden. It looks like a hero that can fight. Not really.
But
not really. It's not.
Wasn't
It's a
Lion
pick.
like the perfect pick for Yapsor that game? Also versus the Lash and versus the Void, it brings so much control, right?
Yeah, I mean the reasoning why we started picking like Rasta, Shadow Shaman in like the last major was because that we knew that Ramses wants to play Juggernaut. He wants to play like some heroes that are just going to be hating the Hex. They're just going to hate the Hex and the Burst, mostly Hex though, and Terror Blaze, Juggernauts, you name it, and. Therefore, we think Lion is a very good hero, and we knew that a carry is going to come up. It's not going to like Lion.
But what's up with Rasta? Like, where is that hero? He was so popular just like a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
don't give away your secrets.
All right.
You could say it, though.
Rasta's great. Everybody should pick it.
All right.
We also have a highlight for you to talk us through here on the drawing board.
First edition of Learning with Lizard. Go ahead, Lizard.
What?
Go, Lizard.
What do you want of me, sir?
Do we have
Alright.
to have to stand like this?
Yeah.
You don't have
Well,
to stand.
you don't have to, but otherwise you can't see the board.
You're a tall boy.
I thought I was going to look at the TV, man.
But you can also look at the
But
TV.
you can draw like here.
We're
See,
supposed
like,
to
you
be
can
talking.
say what March is gonna be doing the great blasts of this Crystal Maiden as it does absolutely nothing.
Look at that Ravage, baby.
And Zai just
Chronosphere.
Brother,
Chrono, get
brother,
outta here.
Stop yelling, brother.
Chronosphere. It's crazy. Anyway, so great Tidehunter usage right there. Chrono does literally nothing. The Juggernaut spinning around.
Everybody's trying to kill me, man.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
The super dive on the
It's
Oracle.
the Oracle. They even used the Chrono on the Oracle. They still didn't manage to kill off anyone.
It
Because
was really
of
sad that the
Ravage,
Void
yeah.
did not die. But Yapsor was crying. He cried the whole game after that one.
Feels terrible,
lying.
man. That's not good. I'm glad the cameras didn't pick that up, buddy. And then, so on Oracle, is your job, what is it? Basically just stay alive during this team fight? You kind of just get
That's
the
it,
hell out
guys.
of there instantly.
What?
Oh, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
All right.
Sit down, puppy. Don't talk anymore about it.
Well, you know, Oracle is a weird hero. Until he gets levels, his spells are actually not that range casty, like not that far. You got like 500 rage in the Fate's Edict. Level 1, it goes into 800, so it's really hard. That Chronosphere is very big. You try to save a player, but you understand that you're gonna die also. Gotta know exactly your boundaries.
It's all about positioning.
Shave your beard.
Okay, no boundaries to save the bears. Got it.
No boundaries to shave the beard.
We asked Twitch chat to vote for an MVP every game. Which one of your team would you give your MVP to? And which one do you think Twitch chat gave an MVP to? They don't necessarily have to go for the winning team, by the way. Just
I know what they do here.
All right. So who do you think they went for? And who should they have gone for?
They should have gone for mid one, but they probably went. Who do they go to? Either Fear or March.
No way.
Or no, Bryle. I'll give Bryle.
Okay, final answer is Brow. Is it Brow? Yes or no?
Hey,
It's Moo.
hey, Moo!
Of course. The other carry, you know.
The other carry.
I thought they would at least meme Fear or something like that, but I guess he didn't.
They
play that bad.
do. They do very often do that as
I see.
well. Moo is just easier to type. It's 3 letters rather than 4.
And they want to hear the sound effect.
And we have a sound effect for when he.
It's a cow that moves.
You can't. Production Puppy doesn't have an
Doesn't
earpiece.
hear
He
it.
doesn't hear it.
What?
Just keep playing it.
Do you guys hear voices in your head?
No, it's all good. Everything's fine.
I don't hear anything.
All right.
Anyway,
When did you start hearing voices in your head?
nothing. Everything's fine, puppy.
All right,
Is it
Puppy.
Swedish at least?
Yes, it's a sweet cow. Delicious.
Swedish cow. Wish it was a Swiss cow. That would make it chocolate time.
What?
The Milka cow. It's a
What the hell
chocolate
are you
brand.
talking about?
It's a chocolate brand.
Swiss
They
cow?
have Milka.
Milka, yeah.
Yeah, Milka.
Milka is
It's
great.
really nice.
Milka is really good.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Milk is really good too. I
That
can't
too.
drink it though,
Why?
because I
Bone
Can't-
problems?
bone problems. That's what they call it. I didn't know it was bone. My doctor should have said bone problems. Instead, he told me some lactose stuff, you know, like some useless crap. But here I am,
Oh.
Slacks here with the, lore. It's actually bone problems.
Okay.
Thank you,
Which
Puppy.
type of bone though?
We don't need to talk about that. It's a PG show, puppy. It's such an honor to have such a esteemed man on the couch.
Thank you.
Sugar, do you have bone problems?
No, get him out of here!
I don't.
Get him out of here!
I'm doing just fine. Can drink all the milk as well. So, but
Do you
I.
have bone problems?
No ball problems here, man.
Get off the couch!
All right, Puppy. Thomas is gonna play you out. Thank you for talking to us. We see you back on the grand stage of an
Bye.
exit.
Bye-bye.
Bye, puppy.
Thank you very
Let me
much.
see more of you, puppy. Bye.
Whew. All right, that is one team out of the 8 eliminated. We need one more today. J.Storm, unfortunately, indeed losing their lives here in
Oh my God.
the tournament lives.
Oh,
Come on,
okay, okay.
keep up with the program.
That's what we do when they get eliminated. They don't go home.
Jesus.
That's how we feed Panda.
That got grim real fast.
You said it, you sicko.
Let's take a look at the brackets, see where we're at. Team Secret moving forward. They will wait for their opponents. It's going to come from the upper bracket in the exit on Friday. Actually, Friday is upper bracket time, and then Saturday is lower bracket time. But yeah, the other matchup that is going to happen today is one that hopefully will be for the books EGVP. Woo!
Look
That-
at that.
That is going to be a hype match for multiple reasons. And I hope the biggest reason of them all will be the Dota being played. Because, frankly, we've had a couple of one-sided matches here in this lower bracket. We have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next one won't be.
There's no way this is going to be a one-sided match. VP and EG have been going at each other for decades.
VP has had, like, usually some better results versus EG, right? Come on.
So I looked it up
That's
on
VP.
that Dota.
All right.
Yeah?
And?
VP wins 37 times.
All right.
EG wins 64 times.
What?
You had it inverse, you scrub. Everybody knows that one of the
That's not
only
true.
teams that EG can beat is VP. They seem to be their linchpin.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
they have
that.
an extensive
Fake
history,
news.
but we're going to go over that not now. We're going to go over that before the match starts.